Mr. Torres, how you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Alrighty. So, the first question I want to ask you is, tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me a bit about working in the Army. Tell me about, your background, like where you grew up, just a little quick bio of you.
Alright, well, I've been doing military type stuff since I was 15 because I attended Wentworth Military Academy and Junior College when I was 15, when I was 18, and when I was 19. And then after 19, I dropped out of ROTC and enlisted myself as a communications expert, specifically a signal support system specialist for field artillery. I was born June 1st, 1995 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am Specialist Brian Hemphill Torres.
Where were you deployed and for how long?
I was in Turkey, Syria, Iraq, and Kuwait for 9 months.
Hey. Can you describe what it was like a little bit? Just give me a little synopsis.
Iraq was around when Trump got elected, and we got a lot of missions the day he got elected.
I'd like to learn about, your experience with gender in your workplace, being a soldier. Can you describe in as much detail where you work and what it was like for you as a male?
Stateside, I work at an armory about 30 minutes out of Fort Carson, and having women in the military has proven to help us. So being over there, we're all a pretty tight-knit family because I've been with this unit now for about 3 years. So it's just like your brothers and sisters, and you all pick up your weight. When someone doesn't pick up their weight, we let them know, whether they're a girl or a guy. In my particular unit, in my platoon, we had a female gunner, and we had 2 female gunners and 1 female fire direction control specialist. And the fire direction control specialist was one of the best teams out there. We were the fastest to get on target and shoot because of her. So very grateful for her. Where if you don't get on target in time overseas, that infantry unit that's calling you, that needs support, if you don't get on time, then they're not going to get their support, so people could die. Because when that mission comes down, it doesn't matter if it's 10 a.m. or 2 in the morning, you got to jump on it. There were plenty of missions where I was woken up in the middle of the night and they said, Torres, get in a truck, go. And that's what you did, because other people's lives depends on you right then and there.
Did you have any females that were, on your team that were with you while you shot these missions, while you did these activities?
Yep, we had, I had Sergeant Olson in my particular truck, and that was that bodybuilder that I was telling you about. And we had a rocky start at first because I wasn't the best soldier when I was deploying, because it was right around my 21st birthday, so I really wasn't into it, and I didn't know that I was going to be deploying. I was actually a student at CU at the time, and I had to drop all my classes, so I didn't have the best mood. That quickly changed. We worked out a lot together against my will. Oh yeah, she got me huge. She got me in shape. She got me ready for the mission. And honestly, the girls that deployed with me were just some pretty hardcore girls. And they liked it, they loved it, and that's how they rolled. And they wouldn't take anything from anybody. That's just the type of people they are. We all kind of do the same thing, It doesn't matter about religion, race, sex, or anything. If the floor needs to be mopped at the armory, the floor is getting mopped. If your mission says get in the truck and shoot, you get in the truck and shoot. We're all kind of pretty EO about that.
Is there any changes you would like to see in the Army in regards to gender, in regards to equality?
I think that, I'm fine with females having their own physical training score up until when it comes to infantry. Because recently, Reese, we allowed women in the infantry, which I'm all about. I couldn't be happier. But the problem being that, to max a female's physical training test, I believe you have to do 48 push-ups. That's where I have to do 72. And that's fine for field artillery or support, because you're probably not going to have to pick up your buddy and run 100 yards. But when it comes to infantry, I think that they should be equal across the board. But